Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge, this is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J, featuring the inside scoop on her mind, embodying interests, thoughts, and opinions. Also, the day in the life of an upcoming artist as she juggles the world around her, a 9 to 5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at www.misstiffanyj.com. Now, let's get into the show.
You know what I love about myself? ? Those are some of the things that I had to ask when it came to prioritizing who I am, what matters to me, what makes me happy. And I remember in a therapy session, I was asked the question, and I had a sheet that I had to fill out, and I just had to sit and think. So when I'm in my work setting, I have to ask myself, what do I love? Like, what do I do well that makes this place thrive? And figure out what that is, and that's what I cater to. That's what I dive into. Don't worry about the things that you don't do well. Like, get better at the things that you do well, and watch that flourish. Something that I'm really good at is I'm at work for 7.5 or basically 8 hours, right? And what I realized is it doesn't take me an entire 8 hours to, let's say, put out 15, 20, or even 30. I remember I kicked out 30 probably within about 4 hours after like my planning and things like that. And when I did that, I said, yo, like, you a beast. So when it dawned on me, because they were asking us, they want us to do things their way as far as with the planning and stuff like that, paperwork, figuring out your budgeting and what you're doing, what your numbers look like, et cetera, et cetera. And when I sat and I took maybe, like 2 to 3 hours to plan, and then I would take just 2 to 3 hours to prep maybe like 20 things. And then I had somebody else do my glass and somebody else do the artistry, like taking out the shipment and stuff. I found how, I'm actually managing the shop. And I was like, wow, Tiffany, because before you were complaining that you were going 100 miles an hour and still not having enough time. So how can you take this and implement it across the teams throughout the district, right? And that's only for people who will listen. I have a plethora of knowledge that I would love to share. So that planning part, it's getting easier and easier. And so now, as I always say to myself, taking those same skills, the same mindset, and how do I place that and implement that into my personal life? So I was just able to jot down something else as I'm creating my curriculum. And for the podcast, I was going to do 7 days worth of podcasting in one day and then schedule them out. And then I was thinking, because that 1 week off for Thanksgiving that I had, like, it felt good not to go anywhere, to do anything extracurricular. And I said, okay, if I can go hard for 3 weeks, especially if I plan it right? So I'm not working every day, but if I put in, 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours planning time, and I basically in that 4 hours, I plan for the entire week. Come on now, 4 hours, 7 days worth of content. Yo, exactly. So doing that, and then the residuals will take care of itself. And you basically, with your time leverage, you basically get more time back. So I don't know if this is making sense, but I said, if I can do that and then maybe just do 3 weeks worth, and then 1 week, take a week off from content. Like, let that be a part of your regimen. And it may change going in the future as I expand. But at least starting off, create a schedule and a regimen for yourself. So when people ask you things, or they say, hey, I want to, because what I love, like, okay, so I'm doing something for the sorority as far as we're preparing something for Founders Day. That's all I'm gonna say. And what I appreciated is one of the sorors, she was like, hey, I gotta get in on your books, because you're busy. And I was like, you know what, I gotta do the invoice. I gotta write that down. Okay, do invoice. Thank you for reminding me. All right. Excuse me. So unprofessional. I'm sorry. I have a tickle. Hope you can listen to the background music. All right. So in doing that, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I'm back. So in doing with her hitting me up saying, hey, I need to get in on your books, it made me really proud to know that people were respecting my time and the amount of effort and time it takes to do a thing. I helped I can't remember if it's Gamma Lambda chapter. All I know is it's the Davidson chapter with their new initiate presentation, the NIP or the NIP, right? And with COVID and everything, we're doing it online. So that was the second to the longest video that I've done, was my Black Girl, You Are Magic. I'm plugging that in. Make sure you watch that on YouTube. Black Girl, You Are Magic. It's an awesome mini documentary about the Black girls, ladies of color, and how special we are. But yeah, so that was 8 minutes, I believe. This, the new initiate presentation video was like 15 minutes long, and it took me probably 3 days to work on it. That was a lot. Now, thankfully, I didn't have to shoot the footage, but I still had to get the footage once it was given to me, organize it, put everything together, and then make a few changes after we kept submitting it. They was okay, do this, this, and this, add the music here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, cool. So what Sarian will say is, you wear too many hats. And I'm like, not necessarily. But what I love about it is, this is part 2 of what I'm good at. I have, how people like display their hats on the wall when they have those pins and they have their hats up, right? So this is how I look at it. I got my hats on the wall. I may have 25, 30, 60 hats. And today, the way I should look at it, or I should plan, is, okay, today I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z. And based on my schedule, I'm going to need these hats. All right. And I might bring 1 or 2 extra hats in case, I need to pull them out of the bag. So I'm going to wear these hats for today. I come home, take those hats off. Then the next day, do I need the same set of hats, or do I wear a different set of hats? That's how I look at life. And if I plan it well, that's how it should be. Only pulling out certain hats, you're not wearing all of your hats at all times. So there are some sections, seasons in life where I'm going to be putting on the videographer, the editing hat. There are some seasons I'm going to be the photographer hat. There are some seasons where I am just the recording artist, or I'm the writer and the recording artist, or I'm the dancer, or I'm the choreographer, because I've had my share of time choreographing dances and step routines. Okay. Then there are times where I am the visual artist, and each of these hats that I wear, I also need to determine how long it's going to take how long it will take me to get that project done. How long will I need to wear that hat? Can they overlap? Can they extend? Something that I realized when I first was in the alumni chapter after graduating, I joined 3 committees. I was in scholarship, I was in the debutante, and I was on the step committee. Now, debutante and step committee are both kind of like performance-based committees. And scholarship, they meet and they talk about, different programs and things that they could do to raise money. So that's not as taxing, right, on your body, your mind, and you have other people to help you, other sources to help you. The debutante one, you're kind of dormant, and then at a certain time of the year, mainly springtime, or fall into the spring, you're getting ready to get a new set of ladies. And so it can be at the same time taxing, because also summertime, you have like your conventions and step shows and things like that. So both of those committees kind of clash as far as they just clash. What's the word that people use, or the phrase, a conflict of interest, right? So I have to be so on top of my planning to where this season I'm dancing and singing, and you asked me to do a video edit. Where can I fit that in? Can I fit that in? I cannot fit that in, but we can put it in over here. It's when we're talking about prioritizing your time, it's about really putting yourself first to say, yes, I can, but this is when I can. And when people see that you put out quality content and you do it well, they will respect your time. They will pay you for what you're worth. And yeah, but you can only do that. I say to myself, mainly Tiffany, you can only do that when it's focused, when you're very focused and you're on top of your stuff. Now, in my job, I got that. In my personal life, we go back to the analogy of we going 100 miles an hour, and then we just going until we run out of gas. And now we're walking to the next gas station, and it should not be like that. So you need to be mindful. I'm telling myself, and I'm telling you who's listening to this, you need to be mindful of how much range you got and when you need to make provisions so that you can get to your next destination and get there like just cruising into there, not like, running out of gas. No, we're not doing that. So keep that in mind. That's what I'm good at. That's what I love to hear. Staying focused and doing it in a timely manner and in a way that makes sense.
That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, y'all, this is for the few people that I rock with, and if you want to connect with any of them for their expertise in their craft, hit me up so that I can link you. First, I want to shout out my indie label 646 Entertainment Group. It's a one-stop shop for the ultimate music experience, artist development, engineering, road management, business awareness on how to properly release your songs, get royalties, and more. Next, I want to shout out No Gossip, Just Talk with Tanisha and Mitra, who inspired me to step outside of my comfort zone and start this podcast. I pop up every now and then with a topic, and we have a blast with Girl Talk 101. Special attention needs to be drawn to my boy, Sarian, for answering my prayers and becoming a part of my journey musically and beyond. More to come as life unfolds. I'll save some for later. Now, my jewel, no pun intended, is my accountability partner who has like the exact same mind as me. When we link, things happen in the atmosphere. I am so glad we crossed paths. Angel, my love, you are an inspiration. Dance fitness is a lifestyle, and you do it with such ease. If anyone wants to be fit, curvy, wavy, let me know. We can get our dance craze on with Angel. She's also one of the guests of No Gossip, Just Talk, so make sure you check her out there. Last but not least for now, the Purple Charlotte Steppers Club, which embodies an entire dance community of some of the best people I've met on the planet. You'll see me live there Thursday at 6:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram with the Purple Thursday Experience. Now, if you listening to this need ad space and want to join the platform, DM me and we'll discuss membership so that we can get your business out there. Reserve your spot is next with Purple Charlotte Steppers Club. You all take care.
What's What's up, Dance World? This your boy Herschel KG. This beautiful lady is.
I'm Tiffany J.
If you missed out last week, you do not want to miss out this week because last week was lit.
Amazing. So if you want to be in the building, make sure you go to
purplecharlotte.com.
Reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you can't make it, it's all right because you can go to Purple Charlotte Steppers Club on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And do what?
Join us live.
6:30 on Thursdays. We'll see you there. Okay. We your hosts, Tiffany J.
Herschel KG.
Deuces.
Deuces.
We'll see you there.